Good morning, students. Welcome to offline classes for 8th standard science subject. This is the second chapter in biology section, that is microorganisms, friend and foe. So as we know that there are number of organisms are there around us. Some are huge in size, some are very small in size, and even though we should consider they are also kind of organisms. So we have seen that any animal like elephant, which is very big in size, and ant, which is very small in size. So and there are number of organisms, millions of organisms are there, but some organisms they can't be seen through our naked eyes. But even though and their existence also there in the nature, and they are called as microorganisms, or also called as what, microbes. Microorganisms, their size is very small. They can't be seen through our naked eyes. We have to, if you want to see them, you need to use microscope. So by using microscope, we can see their structure, and they are called as microorganisms. So, for example, take a lemon, cut a piece of lemon, make a two piece of lemon, and you just keep for some while. After some hours or 2 hours, you might be see that the black color bushy structure you may see on the lemon. And the same way, you just take a coconut, cut and keep it aside for some 1 or 2 days, and you see inside the black colored structures has developed in it. The same way in the bread. So these structures, what you see, the black color which is seen on lemon or maybe coconut and even in the bread. So they are nothing but what, they are the kind of microorganisms which develops on their places, and they can see, but their structure there might be seen, can't be seen. If you want to see them in a properly, then you should use microscope, and they are called as microorganisms. All the microorganisms are broadly classified into majorly 4 different types. They are bacteria, the fungi, protozoans, and algae. And even one more, the microorganism, they are called virus. It is still there is no clarification whether it is a living thing or non-living thing. It is just in the between of living and non-living things. So there is no existence of virus. But when when we can able to see the virus, when it affects to the organisms. So when it enters in a host, then they start their multiplication. Then they start their numbers. Then they start increasing their numbers. So that is what, when it affects to the organisms, it shows their existence. Otherwise, there is no existence of virus in the nature. But so we can suffer many ways from from the viruses. And viruses are helpful in many ways, and even virus cause many number of diseases to the human beings. Okay, and even not only human beings, even it causes plants also. There are some microbes which causes diseases to the human beings, not only human beings, and even it causes to the plants also. Here we see some important the diseases which caused by the microbes. They are called dysentery and malaria. So dysentery and malaria, these are common diseases what we are facing, and usually these are causes during the winter season or in the rainy season. We used to suffer this kind of disease. Usually these diseases caused by the protozoans. Whereas typhoid and tuberculosis, like TB, what we call, so these usually caused by the bacteria. So tuberculosis, typhoid, and these caused by the bacteria, whereas dysentery and malaria, which is caused by protozoans, and these are caused by bacteria. So as you know, polio and chikungunya, and nowadays many people are suffering from COVID-19, like corona. Corona is also caused by the virus. AIDS, these are all caused by the viruses. So these are these are the diseases which caused by the microbes. And even where these microbes are living, where do microorganisms are live. So microorganisms are there everywhere, even in the classroom, even in the house, even in you, wherever, even in your body, everywhere the microorganisms are there. So they exist in all the places. It ranges from ice cold to the hot springs. Very hot condition, very high cold conditions also we can see the microorganisms, and even we can see the microorganisms very hot springs also we can see, and even we can see the microorganisms in the deserts and to the marshy places. Marshy places very worst place, and dust very worst place, and then wet places also we can see these microorganisms. Microorganisms are present almost all everywhere, and they can live all climatic conditions. They can survive in any kind of climatic conditions. There is no particular place no viruses are there or no microbes are there. So they are present almost all the places we can see the microorganisms. Then microorganisms and us. Then whether all the microorganisms are harmful to us or not. There will be some microorganisms which are helpful to us. There are a number of ways we get benefits from the microorganisms. Here there are from many number of ways. So many number of bacteria, many number of protozoans, many number of algae which are useful to us. How they are useful? So there are some microbes, they are friendly to us. For example, in your home, the curd which is going to prepare, which is how you prepare the milk is going to convert into curd. It is because of water. There is a bacteria are helpful for that. Even the penicillin, have you seen penicillin? A number of vaccines which are prepared, they are prepared by using of water microorganisms. There are many ways of the microbes are useful, and even microbes are also useful in agricultural field. How these microorganisms are useful, in what fields the microorganisms are useful in our day-to-day life, that we will discuss in detail in upcoming classes. Thank you.